Okay.
The apology letter didn't go out, you know.
Yeah, nothing's been written. It's not going to just give us some time. That's
the problem with my son. The problem is ruining his life and my life.
okay.
There was an incident on September 11th. I have the audio to show. If I could speak to the police chief, that would be great. But I cannot let this pass the weekend because something is going to happen.
I can put you in touch with the secretary, and you're probably going to have to schedule an appointment if you're looking to have it.
No, this is not right. This is not right. We just heard there was one mistake made.
Yeah.
And the September 5th, I have the Oprah. Okay? This was another one. And that was the first day that my son started school. Okay?
Right, yeah, I remember.
Responded to the above location to attempt to make contact with Kevin. Attempted to make a police report on Facebook. Is that a proof that my son attempted to make a police report on Facebook? We need to see that.
What do you look? I'm sorry. What are you looking to see?
So they are accusing my son of making a police report on Facebook.
Okay.
So we need to see, was that my son or was that somebody else?
Okay.
Because this incident caused him to not do well in school this semester because this was the first day of school.
And you're saying he didn't receive the evidence associated with the case?
No, and he has been asking since September 5th.
Okay.
Same day he filed an Oprah.
Okay.
And we have not received any proof that this was my son. And this was when I got a phone call from this department, myself, and
what's the case number? Sorry, hold on.
case, I can give it to you.
What is it? 23 what?
23-31570.
31570?
Correct. Ultimamente não posso falar. Aqui
That was on September 4th, correct? Not the 5th.
It was on the 5th.
I just looked up the record.
I have everything here.
Or was there a couple different days?
Concern. because
So there is in our digital media, there is Kevin reaching out to us through social media.
all right, so you know, so this is
So are you looking for records or the police desk? Records. She stepped out for the mission. She'll be back in an hour.
okay. But so you understand, on the above date and time, it was detailed to review messages sent from to the police department on social media platforms, Facebook. The message was sent by Kevin between the dates of 8/16 and 8/19. So why would they then just go on September 5th, right? Open review message. I did not observe any statements being made by Mr. Nunes regarding any harm to himself or others. There was a video sent. The video is of Mr. Nunes speaking to an identified about her mental health. I didn't see it. But this is what concerns me. I spoke with Mrs. Nunes. I told you they called me. Mrs. Nunes' department recorded telephone line, so that has to be recorded, to ask her if she was aware of Mrs. Nunes aware of the message Mr. Nunes sent. Mrs. Nunes is aware of the message that her son sent. I was not aware. I never saw any. I keep asking them where they were. So when I see all these mistakes, it concerns me because it's affecting my son.
So you're saying when you spoke to that officer, you have no idea what they're referencing.
He told me Facebook. So I said, okay, I'll check Facebook. There was nothing on Facebook.
Okay.
I was not, so for them to say here that I told them that I was aware, that is wrong. I don't want us to use the word lying, okay? Anybody can make mistakes, but a lot of mistakes have been made. Against my son, it's affecting his school. He needs an apology letter because that letter needs to be sent to Kean University so they can understand what he has been going through since September 5th. And that prevented him to focus in school because he has been asking for this evidence. He has been asking for this, and this has not been sent to him. What was sent to him was just this that I also got. And I'm telling you, you can listen to the recording. I could not say that I was aware of the message because I did not see them. I never found them. I did tell him that I was going to look at Facebook. They were not there. So, but for somebody to
So just so we can make sure that it's clarified, can you resend? I know you don't want to resend a request to records specifying the attached evidence for this incident and any phone calls that were made by who made the report down there. Scroll down on the bottom of the. No. Scroll down to the bottom of that report.
Simpson.
Okay. So, made by Officer Simpson.
You have his email?
Whose email?
He told me-
Records. No. The officer's not going to have the records. I'm saying send that request. What you're looking for specifically is any attached files from the incident.
This is the third request.
And just be specific on whatever it is you're looking for. I'm going to get you a number. Hold on. Ma'am, would you mind if I speak to this individual while you write that? What is he for, sir?
He's on the hour, but
Yep.
like, one of the people there when I came here the other day told me they closed it before, so they closed it before.
She is coming back. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Give it till 3:30. Okay? Sorry about that. Was there anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
I'm just finishing this.
Okay. Do you need my assistance anymore?
I would need an assistant of somebody because I cannot keep something going on for 2 years now with this Rahway, and my son cannot go to the weekend. If something is going to happen, it's going to flip, and I I cannot go through that. Okay, it doesn't take 5 minutes to write an apology letter. She admitted she made a mistake. And if I'm on video, I want to say she admitted she made a mistake. We have watched the video. It's not my son. This is disrupting his school, his mental capacity of doing his work that he needs to get done, and is affecting myself. So I hope you understand that I cannot live here until somebody does something today, because my son needs the peace of mind today. He needs that, and I'm here to fight for him.
I understand that, ma'am. She doesn't have the authority to release a statement like that without going through the chain of command.
She had the authority to lie to me, and she doesn't have the authority now to write a letter. I mean, you can...
How did she lie to you, though, ma'am?
That called me yesterday saying, tell your son to take the video out, that he has my face
Well,
on
I
it.
think she didn't lie to you, ma'am. She admitted that she made the mistake.
Okay, she made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, but, correct your mistake. Don't wait until next week to correct your mistake. You can
Correct.
write a letter and say, I made a mistake. I mean, how long does that take?
I understand that, ma'am.
That's not right.
But when it's coming from the police department, you can't just issue statements.
The police
that-
can lie. They lie on the statement. I just told you they lie because I never said that I knew about any videos. They lied, as they have lied in so many reports before. Could be a mistake. People are not paying attention. I get it, but it's still a lie, right? Or a mistake, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, how many mistakes, how many lies can be done against my son that is preventing him to move forward with his life? And why do we have to wait? He's not going to wait. He's going to flip, and then it's going to be a problem. Then it's going to be the police, and that's going to be the social worker. Then he's going to go to the hospital. Why? Because they don't understand that some people need to get their answers because they have been wrong.
Listen, I understand immediate gratification is the most beneficial. However, in a world where you answer to people, that it doesn't just work like that.
Even if the person is high functioning autistic,
Listen, if you're saying your son requires assistance, we'll get you whatever you need.
he needs an apology letter. That's all he's asking for. That's what I'm asking for. That's all we need.
Okay.
Is that so difficult to do?
So you're sending a request back to records, ma'am?
I'm sending with a long email because I'm just so tired of this.
Okay.
That's gonna be
But just make sure you separate your request so it doesn't get lost. You know what I mean? Like records request, Oprah request, whatever you want to call it, specifying what you want based on that report, and submit that. Listen, I completely understand your frustration.
Submitted.
What's that?
I mean, this was submitted in September. Why they are taking so long? Because things are not matching up here. You can tell from this, things are not matching up. Why would he send a request on Facebook in October 18 or August 18, and then the police waits until September 5th, the first day of his school, to go to his house for something that, that he may or may not have done in August 18. It's a long time to go after a person. This is why I'm on that parents group, to fight for our kids. And I don't know if you're a parent, but
I am a
if
parent.
you would fight for your kids too. This is not right. I see what this is doing to him, and he's just asking for an apology letter so he can submit it to the school so they can understand why he's not doing well this semester. It's understandable that all of this stuff has been affecting him. This is just not right, that it doesn't make any sense that, that I don't know how.
I can tell you, just going through a recent class with Oprah. Oprah is not just cut and dry as much as we would like it to be. Like as I told you, sometimes you have to be overly specific with certain things. You can't make broad requests because then but then they won't be fulfilled, and that's when people start getting frustrated. And I've already spoken to her after this to follow up on those emails. And if there's anything that needs clarification, your son and you should be getting an email clarifying any kind of issue so that he can then come back and say, this is what I need, 1, 2, 3.
What he needs, I've been telling you, he just needs an apology letter from all.
I understand that, ma'am, but she's not allowed to just issue that without going through the chain of command. I get that. Because she's answering for the Rahway Police Department.
No, she should answer for herself. She's the one that.
She is answering for herself. As she explained to you that she made the mistake.
Yeah, well, explaining to me is not enough.
Well, I understand. Listen.
I was done to my son.
And I understand, and you want it in writing, but in order to get in something like that in writing, it has to be approved, and she can't just issue you a letter.
I'm telling you, this is going to turn out really bad. And, you know, it just, this is the problems. This is what we fight in those meetings. You know, you cannot let these things escalate. You need to stop these things. You know, don't you have anybody in this department that has the power to approve a letter?
Not when it's issued from the police department.
See, okay, but you know,
Because then you need legal guidance because you're issuing a letter on behalf of the city. So people have been notified about it. I can't give you a time frame, but it's being worked on. I understand you want an immediate thing. She did admit to you right then and there that she made a mistake, and she's going to fix it. But any kind of formal write-up coming from the city needs to be reviewed.
You saw the video. You saw that's not my son. You know.
And she said.
So she said. So why? I'm not asking you to investigate something or lie about something. It's the.
We're not.
This is such a clear issue of
And it's the same way as releasing an Oprah document. There's a formality to it. You have to go through a certain couple steps before you just.
No problem to call yesterday to tell me this, to come today to pick up this flash drive and ask my son to remove that from, So I took the time from my schedule to be here. It's okay because I don't pay enough taxes for the Rahway township. I'm a taxpayer in this town. I own a house in here. I pay taxes. And for now we have to wait until somebody approves something that she did wrong. That's not right. This is not right. My son is not okay. And he's not okay with all of this dumped on him.
Sure?
And he's just asking for an apology letter so he can show the school what he's been going through this past semester, starting September 5th when he started.
So she did show me that he did receive the body cam footage, though. He was receiving the body cam footage on it from the September incident?
No, because nobody went there. They went there, but my son wasn't home. This is what I'm talking about.
So what was, were you CC'd? No, not the report. Were you CC'd on the one where he was requesting the footage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about this, and we didn't get it. This all started on, that has been issues in the past. We got focused on September 5th when he started school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all this came into play. It's not easy, they are confusing him with somebody else. And, he's disrupting his life and his ability to focus in college. This is like serious. I mean, it's a lot of money that we are paying for college. And to have to wait. This was sent. I was CC'd on the email, that he asked for the recording of when they call me, which is here, and it says that they did record my conversation. So, to drag this so long, and then yesterday telling me that my son posted something on YouTube, and now I'm thinking maybe this Facebook thing was not even him either. I mean, I need to see if it was him or not. I mean, we have the right. Because it's just, this is not right. This is not right. And the fact that I cannot even talk to the police chief or anybody, above you that I can make a decision to do a letter, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, it's still business hours. Nobody's here.
As I said, if you want, I give you the number to the main desk. You call and ask to be transferred to the chief's office, but you would have to probably set an appointment. It's not, I understand it's not convenient at all, but I'll give you the options for what you need to do.
issue. And now that I read that I know that I was aware of the message. I mean, this is so wrong. This is so wrong. This is so wrong.
So did you speak to officers on that day or no?
I don't know who called me. I mean, it should be here. I don't know if it was an officer.
I would imagine it was the officer that called you to speak to you.
I mean, I would think that his name should have been here.
His name's on the report, ma'am. If he's saying he spoke to you,
Sean Simpson?
he wrote in the report that he spoke to you.
Well, that's his name on
No,
the
is that what it says, ma'am? It says he spoke to you.
I spoke with Mrs. Noon,
Okay, so he's saying he's
and he's the one that signed.
okay. So yeah, he's saying he spoke to you on that day, and you're saying you didn't have that conversation.
No.
Oh.
I did talk to him.
Oh,
I just never said that I was aware of these videos that he claims that my son posted on August 16th.
okay.
You know, why would you wait from August 16th to September 5th to address an issue that apparently was not even an issue, because then he said, I did not observe any statements made by Mr. News regarding any armor to himself or others. So, did he post something on Facebook, on his page now? Because I did check. Did he post it on the police department? I don't know, but apparently,
When you say his page, are you talking about his messenger?
well, I don't know. When he called me, he said it was on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm saying because the messages that we have saved are from a messenger, the Facebook Messenger.
To the police department?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see any of that.
Okay.
And how can you be sure that those were from my son and was anything on those messages that were not legal to say? You know what I mean? Because apparently, after reviewing them again, after going to the house,
Mhm.
and he was not there, they realized that there was no problem with those messages. So why pick on this kid?
I mean, if the report was nothing about any kind of safety or anything like that regarding Kevin,
That's what it says on the offer that they sent me.
that
So if there was not, why would they go to the house again and annoy him on his first day of school? Because,
you want me to look at the messages real quick and then I can speak to you?
yes, please, because he wasn't home, but he has a camera on his
Sit tight.
Where's Elsie at? You want a cupcake? All right.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Sorry, ma'am. I got it now. So he submitted a Facebook message and a video to our civilian staff, which is why it didn't come to the police department. I'm going to guess that it appears he had an incident with his father. It's unclear. The video doesn't really show. And he was messaging the Facebook messenger instead of contacting the police department, which is why the police department went over to find out if he needed any form of assistance.
When was that? That he,
The two messages were in August. I can't tell you when the video came from. I can't see it on the recording.
okay, but does that make sense to you? So,
But it went to the civilians. It wasn't going to the police department, which is why there was a delay, because it wasn't come to us. So they might have got it. They might not have seen it because it's not coming to the police department.
okay, but what does he say in there? Can I have a copy of that?
You can make a request through Oprah, ma'am.
Okay, but do you see anything there that is a concern?
From the statements he was making on the video to what he's alleging in here, there's a reason we went there to make sure that if he needed any police assistance, he was going to get it.
And you don't go and check if the police has been there before, if those, I don't know what the allegations you said that they were there, and how can you, can you verify that was from my son? I mean, could anybody?
Do you have his Facebook?
I'm not friends on his. It doesn't have anything on his Facebook because that day he did friend me on Facebook and there was nothing on his Facebook.
No. I'm saying, are you friends with him? Are you friends with him on Facebook now?
Not now.
Okay.
Why?
Can you bring up his? I'll tell you even if right now I can tell you that maybe the profile picture matches, and that'll put you a little bit at ease. But I don't know if he's changed his profile picture. But we can.
But still, I just need to know, what he said. You know what I mean? Like.
It's him.
Listen, but what he said, it was probably true. His father had been abusing him for 2 years. So
most likely it would initiate a police response to go and make sure that if he needed anything from us, we were going to get it to him.
But you had been there before. You know what I mean?
But again, if every time, it doesn't matter. You can go there 1,000 times. Every time there's something new comes up, we're just going to go out and make sure we didn't miss something. And if there's something that he needs, we make sure he gets it. Should we not go out there just because there's a history? We should. We should go make sure that everything's okay
No, because
and that he doesn't need assistance.
you go there, you full screen it, the screeners need to be taken, because that's all affordable, we all know that. The screeners take them to the hospital. What, you have to understand why he said that. You have to understand that he's trying to explain to this police department what he has been going through with the police department in Roselle Park, where he used to live with his father, where his father has mental issues and he had been abused him.
But you understand it's our prerogative to go out there and make sure that there's nothing needed right now. That's why we would respond out there. We get information.
Yeah, but there was
Even if there's a delay, we see, right? Because listen, I don't know if you know this, but domestic violence can be unreported for months, weeks,
that's what that is about.
years. So if something comes forward, he can still make a complaint.
No, that's what that is about, and he has been complaining about that, and nobody ever took his word. They took his father's word. They never screened his father.
Listen, man, if that happened with us, I can't even begin to imagine what occurred during that incident. If you're talking about something that happened with the Roselle Police Department,
Yeah, and the Roselle Police Department is the one that called here for you guys to start going to his house.
I have no idea about that, ma'am. I'm sorry.
They had not damaged him enough. They had to continue, to follow him here. He moved here to start a fresh life, and they follow him. He didn't do anything. It was the police from Roselle Park that alerted you guys to start going in there. That he had.
Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about when you say that.
That's what happened.
Okay.
So you started going to that house because the Roselle Police Department sent something here to you guys.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's just so everything. It's just so wrong. So if there was no, the video probably is a video that he has been, that video, it's the same video where his father admitted on the video that he had mental issues, but nobody cared. Nobody, I mean, I was a victim of my ex-husband. I told the police department in Roselle Park. I went to the police department in Roseland where I used to live, got the reports to show. Nobody cared. This is the frustration of my son and myself. And now, it's like something was, again, there was no need to go there. We just venting and explaining why,
Well, ma'am, usually when people, whether it's venting or not, we need to clarify with the person. Are you just venting? Because then we can go there and speak to them. I just had to get off my chest. I don't want anything to do with it.
You have to understand
Or
that I know your point, but when somebody has been so victimized in the past with police showing up at these doorsteps, I think that's the last person they want to see. It's a police officer or a car. I honestly, this has affected me. I listed a house in West Orange, and my client is a police officer there. And I met with, I said, Dennis, I have to meet with you. And he came through the back door. I was already inside the house, and I never saw him with the uniform.
Mhm.
And I just panicked, and he was like, Mary, what's going on? And then I explained to him the situation. So these incidents are playing a huge toll on my health and on my son's health. And this has been going on for too long. He's asking for an apologies letter so he can submit it to Kean University. That's all he's asking. And for you guys not, after all of this, anybody has a heart to say, listen, let's just give him an apology letter that he deserves. Let him send it to Kean so they understand what he has been going through since the day that he started school and what has prevented him from focusing school. It's not a very difficult thing to request. It's not, after you see all of this, it's like, why can't anybody understand that this is important to having this apology letter?
Mhm.
He has a few days to finish school, the year, and if he doesn't show why he has not been able to do assignments, he's going to fail, basically. And this affected him, and I know because it affected me, affected my business. This whole, I just wish somebody understands, not just go by the law, but see the human side of these situations and what this can do to a person and the person's family, and do the right thing and do something, okay, we usually don't do this, but based on these circumstances, we're going to try to get that letter out today. It's a business day. I mean, where is everybody that they cannot make that decision? What is everybody?
ma'am, I understand your frustration. But as you kind of just put it, is we are kind of held by certain legal steps with a lot of things. We can't just, if you make an open request, there's certain standards you have to hit. There's certain things you have to do. You can't just, I can't just do what I want. Like I can't just issue a letter on behalf of the police department without authority from above me.
Okay, I understand that.
Mhm.
Somebody please, from this department, write an email to my son and say that I'm here, that I was here because there was his request, that I did ask for this apology letter, and tell him that you cannot send the letter because you have whatever you told me, but I need that in writing. I need somebody to send it to him because this is going to fall on me now. I'm going to have a heart attack with this because my son is...
Ma'am, do you need medical attention? I'm just going to ask first before you go any. Do you need any kind of medical attention?
Not yet, but I'm probably very close to.
You know what? Let me get you a first aid squad.
No, I'm not going to get anything because I'm tired of paying those bills.
Okay.
Every time that we have an incident, that is them coming, and then I get the bills to pay. I'm just asking can you please send an email to him saying that I was here to request this, and you are...
Didn't you send an email, ma'am? I thought didn't you send an email?
Nobody's responded to me.
No, but didn't you send an email about it?
I sent an email.
Okay, so what did...
Nobody's responding. So how is my son supposed to take my word for that I was not here and that you are not giving me this apology?
But you were on the phone with him when he was here. I mean, if your son's not going to listen to you, man, there's only so many things we can do. I mean, what if we give you the letter and it's still not enough? You understand? Like, I get your frustration.
I'm telling you that's enough. That's what he needs for school. Right now, that's what he needs. But I already sent 2 emails since I left here. Nobody responded to me. They could just say, we cannot write the apology letter. Just email me that. But respond, say something. I mean...
This is police administration.
Okay. Thank you.
He's CC'd on the emails that I sent, but
Right.
this is the problem. It's like nobody, all these emails that he sends, and then he gets upset because just reply to him and say, hey, we need this or that, like.
Well, she is going to be those
Well, that's different,
those emails that you were looking, anything that needed clarification, she's getting a response out to him today. I'm telling you that because I already spoke to her about it. So those emails about what he wants out of specific things, if there's something that needs more specificity, he's going to get an email requesting it. So that there is no breakdown in communication and he's being heard, and we're gonna get him that today. Okay?
What is requesting is the apology letter. We can send it to him and he will go to because
Ma'am, I understand.
that's not, based on...
And I'm sorry that the issues here at the police department have affected his schooling. I really wish that wasn't an issue, but I'm sorry that did take a toll on him.
Yeah,
But we're going to start alleviating that issue. She's going to be on top of it when she comes back. She's going to address his open request to make sure that if something's being missed, he's getting a response, so he's being heard.
The only thing that I need right now is I understand the policy, but you cannot send an apology letter. Somebody could reply to these emails and say that an apology letter will be worked on, but it needs to go to the departments that needs to go to. At least it's a response. At least he knows that he's being heard. Because I believed her yesterday, so it's against me. It's like, how dare you believe that I did that?
I understand.
You understand my position right now.
Let me see if I can get you a response in email then.
I need something because this is just...
And ma'am, if you need anything, and again, we do use the program now, so if there's something that you need tonight or over the weekend, please.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
I don't need any police officers at his house. I can tell you that. He does not need that.
All right, brother. All right, thanks.
Yo. So, all right, ma'am. Let me try to work on that for you, okay?
What about the key? I don't know. They're supposed to.
I
don't know where it is.
You can wait here, ma'am. I'm going to tell you now that I'm not going to give you a time frame. I'm going to go try to get what I can get done. I'm not going to give you a time frame though. I said I'm going to work on it for you. I'm not going to say it's coming out today because again, yeah. She's working on the Oprah issue.
And that she's going to send that out today. That's what
She's going to respond. Yes, she's going to respond today to that.
request that somebody replies to the emails that I just sent asking for an apology letter saying
You want a response to that email? Is that what you're looking for? Just the response that it was received?
not received. That the reason I'm here and I cannot make that apology letter is because you have to go to certain channels in this department That's what you told me.
Yeah.
I'm here, I cannot take that apology letter with me because we have to go to the
Yep.
police department. That's what I need that on the email.
Okay. I'll work on it for you, ma'am. I'll let you know.